Okay, so here's the situation. Wait a second. Okay, so there's something going on with my pelvic floor, and I don't really know how else to describe it, because I haven't read any books about the pelvic area and behind, like right under your glutes in your groin area. But there's something there that wants to be released, and it feels like as soon as it will be released, my hips will settle and my back will elongate along the bottom of my tailspine and then a few inches up. So I haven't been sitting right, or when I do think I'm sitting right, or when I have in the past, I'm not activating things. And there are so many muscles down there that have never been activated because they were just closed. They were just like taught to seize. They were taught to make themselves small. And because that center of my body, that whole pelvic floor, like the inside of my thighs, like I can do the splits with one leg forward or with the other leg forward, but I am not even close when I go out. And it's because there's so much tension and blockage in there, and it's because I'm all bound up, I'm all wound up, and because I've always been so wound up in that area, it pulls on other things. So it makes everything want to go to the center, where it's all being all bound up. So my feet want to not have shoes because like they've had shoes for so long and they felt restricted, always trying to like be smaller and conform it, or I guess conform into a shoe restriction, and they just like want to be open. And then the same thing with the top of my body. As I was a teenager, I don't remember when it probably started way before a teenager, but my shoulders would shrug forward all the time. That was just my natural, and my neck was down. And now I just am feeling the effects, and I want to stretch it all out, but I've tried to stretch it out before, but totally the wrong the wrong ways, right? So I'm just like using my joints, and I'm like rebounding off of my joints instead of using all of this divine musculature that is like here to support me, and I need to like strengthen it, but in the right way. I need to strengthen it, not in the quick immediate, I need everything right this second. And I think that it's this process, this journey, that is making me realize that I have to be mindful with everything that I do when I stretch, and everything that I do with my posture, and everything that I do with my breath, and everything that I do by noticing everything that's going around me, but at the same time being able to settle completely into myself and notice everything that's inside of me. So everything that's inside of me, as far as my muscles and which ones I'm activating and which ones need to be free and stretched and which ones need a little extra support, and how good it feels when I finally do that support. So good that I almost can't take it. And so then I have to like shrivel back down. And then when I shrivel back down, my body's screaming like, no, go back open. But like the open is just so hard that it makes me shake, it makes me shake, but it's like right there because it's being worked. And I wouldn't know these things had I not done a movement therapy that could have been so good had I had the body awareness to do it. So by no means did me like being active and starting to feel more within my body instead of this like exterior thing that I fucking hated, but didn't even realize that I hated it, was just how I treated it. I treated it like I hated it from an early age, and that carried on forever, and it just like piled on. So having the first type of real movement therapy that I had within working out and starting CrossFit was good because it was movement, and it made me feel more aware in my body, and things did certainly change, but not all of them, because I wasn't activating everything that I should have been activating. And I got into